we've nearly doubled the amount of horses that we've got on this place within a week. So I'm sort of trying to not think about that. It happened. We have a foal. Bit of a weird experience, like we hadn't actually done anything, like Dana had done all the work. I didn't know that horses have umbilical cords. So like I saw this umbilical cord. It's a boy, it's definitely a boy, 100% a boy. Wasn't a boy, completely wrong. That's how they sort of learn. And she was sort of grunting at it like, Hi there, Aaron here from Just Horse Riders, and welcome to episode 14 of the Just Horse Riders podcast. Well, it happened. We have a foal. Dana gave birth to a beautiful, healthy filly on early hours of Tuesday morning, 1:30 in the morning. It was great. What an absolute roller coaster of an experience. The way it happened was we've got a camera in Dana's stable, and myself, my dad, and a couple of Shan's friends have access to the camera. And between us, we all check it, through the night or whatever it is, and it just so happens that one of Shan's friends, I won't name her, Hazel, but one of Shan's friends was up about in the night, about 1 o'clock, I think, or maybe a bit later, and she checked the camera just by chance and saw that the foal was in the corner of the stable. And she called me. I sleep with my my headphones in because I just fall asleep. And the ringing was like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Hello, the foal's here. Oh, all right. I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea at this point. Tell Shan the foal's here. Shan, the foal's here. The foal's here. No, I still no idea what's going on. Shan shot out of bed. She shouted, what? Shot out of bed and went down and got to the stable. And I, sort of stumbled after her, like, what's going on? Still half asleep. And there she was, there in the corner. She wasn't standing up yet. She was literally 15 minutes old, 20 minutes old. But I had a look on the camera because it records as well. But she was born, but the sack that she was born in didn't break instantly. It wasn't broke for about, I think, 3-4 minutes. But eventually she did manage actually to get through it, and it was in the corner, and we were stood there, and obviously we go by the 1, 2, 3 rule. I think it's standing within an hour, suckling, feeding within 2 hours, and then is it passing something, urine or maybe poop, within 3. I might be wrong on that third one, but yeah, the 1, 2 is definitely right. So we sort of waiting around trying to, hope for this foal to get up, and she kept trying, and eventually, after hitting her head and falling over quite a few times, she managed to actually get up and stand. But it was just amazing that this creature was born 20 minutes ago and was already trying to stand up, and within an hour she completed that task. Like, it's ridiculous. And then within 2 hours she was suckling. However, she didn't know quite where to go for the teat. So she was trying to suckle on Dana's elbow, on her chest, on her backside as well. So Shan sort of had to direct her into Dana's udder. But eventually she got it. But it was just absolutely amazing. And we're all super, super excited and super, super happy. It was actually a bit of a strange phenomenon, I guess one can call it that. When we had Aya and Lincoln, we obviously shared on Facebook when they were all healthy and everything was fine. And we got loads of comments, oh, congratulations, so happy for you both. And then when we put the filly on, everybody did the same thing. Oh, congratulations. So it's like, it was a bit of a weird experience. Like, we hadn't actually done anything. Like, Dana had done all the work, but then we were getting congratulated. It was just shows how special it is. Obviously, all the horsey people were commenting. I think all the non-horsey people were like, well, what's the big deal? But it's for anybody who's had a foal before, it's super, super special. And The kids absolutely love her. They were in we keep catching trying to stroke her and all that sort of stuff, and she's completely fine. Dana's really, protective, but not when it comes down to us. Like with the other horses, she's very much no, stay with me. But when it comes down to us, no problem. And the foal is super, super friendly and curious as well, which is great. Another thing is that obviously we now know she's a filly. She's a girl. But when she was stumbling around in the stables, I didn't know that horses have umbilical cords. So like I saw this umbilical cord and I was like, well, part of it anyway. I was like, oh, it's a boy. It's definitely a boy. 100% a boy. Wasn't a boy, completely wrong. I just, when you just don't think about it, I just didn't realize that horses had umbilical cords. Obviously, when you think about it, they're obviously going to have umbilical cords, but you just don't think about it because I've never seen a horse's belly button before. Maybe that's it. So we had the vet out and he's done testing her. She's completely healthy, it's fine. And when we got the all clear, we then proceeded to try and turn them out into their own field. So obviously we got Dana and she went out no problem, but the foal was a bit like, I'm not too sure about this. What's going on? So she stayed in the stable, but Dana was getting a bit stressed, but she was sort of showing her how to get in and out of the stable, because when Dana came out of the stable and the foal didn't come, Dana went back in the stable with Shan, obviously, or wanted to go back in the stable and just show her again. And it's sort of like, it's amazing that that's how they sort of learn. And she was sort of grunting at her, like, like telling her off, like, come on, we need to go. So yeah, when we were leading her to the to the field, the filly got she didn't get stuck, but she got distracted. So I sort of had to like push her on her backside, and she started doing these little rears, little bucks at me. Very, very sweet. But anyway, got her into the field, and she's super happy. Within a few minutes, she was trying to trot round the mum and play a little bit, and it was really, really, really sweet to see. It's so heartwarming. But with this filly and the other two that came last week as well, we've nearly doubled the amount of horses that we've got on this place within a week. So I'm sort of trying to not think about that, to be honest with you, because sometimes you you forget actually how much work horses are, and now we've nearly doubled the work. So I say we. Shan's nearly doubled the work for herself. I will help where I can, but Shan, you've nearly doubled the work for yourself. After seeing the foal being born at 1:30 in the morning and then in the field by I think 4:00 in the afternoon was just amazing. Just the actual process of them getting from being born and then being able to run, trot, and play in the field in less than a day. It just shows how special they are. And I know other animals do that, but obviously being horses, it has a special place in our hearts, and it was really magical to see. But it really does show you how useless human beings are when we're first born. We're so vulnerable. But you've got this foal literally getting up, knowing where the food is, and then going to play in less than 24 hours. It was absolutely crazy. But yeah, super, super happy, and everybody's happy here. But obviously, the name, very important. And me and Shan have been discussing multiple names, researching it, but I did find some. I came across an article as well. The top 10 horse names in the UK. Now, number 1 is Jack. So if you've got a horse named Jack, you have one of the most popular names in the UK. Winston comes in at number 2, so a very posh name, I think. Winston. Barley, yeah, fair enough. If you want to be named after your food, that's fine. Charlie, I've known a few Charlies in my time. Daisy, we've had a few Daisies on the riding school as well. Champion, I've never come across a Champion before, to be honest with you. I know Champion like the helmet manufacturer, but not a horse named Champion. Lady, I've met a few ladies. That's a really nice name. That comes in at number 7. Star at number 8. I've known a few stars. This was a bit of an odd one at number 9. Miracle. Yeah. And number 10, Duke. Very, very posh name as well, Duke. So yeah, we went through quite a few names, and we didn't really come across any that we thought suited it. And for all those who don't know, Shan, well, we had a horse called Rock City Blue, and his stable name was City, and unfortunately he got an injury last year, and he had to be put down. He broke a bone in his foot, and yeah, really emotional time, and really sad. So we wanted sort of to honor City, and for him to sort of live on in this foal. So when we were discussing it, we came up with the name Soul, as in, you know, your soul, as in the soul of a city. So we came up with the name for this filly as Fabulous Soul City, which I think is really nice, and really honours and remembers, you know, City, who was so important to Shan. But what was even more special was that City had 4 white socks, and this filly has 4 white socks. So I know, again, you know, it's all luck, but, you know, part of me and Shan like to believe that this foal is some sort of reincarnation of City. Yeah, so a really nice premise there. But of course, we want to make sure that everybody sees the foal as much as possible. So, like, family are coming to visit and everything. But we're also uploading quite a few videos of her and just our lives in general onto YouTube now, onto YouTube Shorts. So if anybody is interested and wants to see the foal's development and anything else we've got going on, like, we're building some DIY stables at the moment, because, like I've just said, we have 7 horses now on this thing, and we've run out of stables. So we have to build 2 more. Well, we'll need another one as well when Dana and Soul get separated, but that's a bit down the way yet. So if anybody is interested in watching the foal's development or anything that we've got going on here, we are putting it on YouTube Shorts. So go and follow us on there. But yeah, it's been an eventful week, and a really happy one. Really excited for the future, and I'll keep you updated as best as I can. I'll put in some videos of the foal on here, some photos of when she was first born, the ones that I think are appropriate for you to see. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Thanks again. Bye.